Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of my FANFAN channel. And for my previous video, I uploaded my 100 subscriber celebration, congratulates video, and then I actually made another video that is similar, which was in Japanese. And then those of you who may have questions related to how are you Japanese, or how do you speak Japanese, so basically gonna go over with some of the things as like how I know how to speak Japanese, as well as like why I decided to be a YouTuber at the first place. If you like my video, please help me support my channels by clicking the like button, as well as subscribe to my FANFAN channel for more future videos. First of all, to start things off, currently I actually am a Chinese Canadian. I live here in Vancouver, Canada, and I'm very proud of myself to be a Canadian. And then when I was small, where I was originated from, so I was actually born in Shanghai, China, back in when that's where I was born basically. And then when I was like 5 years old, my family moved to Japan, and then due to my father's work related, so that's why me and my mom and myself, like, we had to move to Japan. And then we stayed there for about like 4 years. That's where I learned Japanese basically. When I moved to Japan, I was really young. I was only about like 5 years old, so basically like preschool, kindergarten age. And then before I moved to Japan, I actually don't know any Japanese words, not even the characters or even the hiragana or katakana, like the Japanese alphabet called Ayueo. Yeah, basically I had to go like learn all the Japanese, but since when I was really young, I was able to adapt the language very quickly. And then I was able to make a lot of friends and then get to know the culture as well as the environment basically. But then when I was 10 years old, some of my friends, or like you guys may know, a lot of you who are watching my YouTube videos probably don't know this, but that's why I'm explaining right now basically. So I moved to Canada when I was like 10 years old, and then at the time I actually didn't want to move to Canada, because when you're small, like, you already got a lot of friends, and then you already got into the environment, go to school with the rest of your friends, and after school you hang out with your friends, right? So it's really hard for me to like move to another country. If it was like another city, it's like in Japan, if it was another city, then it might have been a lot more easier, as probably just need to take like transit to go to like go back to your own city. The thing is that you have to move to another country, and then Canada is a huge country, and then it is also located in North America, so it's also about like 10 hours flight. And then when I first moved to Canada, it was another like a beginning of an entirely different kind of experience, as at the time the language I spoke was like Japanese majority of the day. Well, almost every single like daily life, like, you speak Japanese. And then when you move to Canada, it's a whole lot different culture, and then different language, different foods, as well as you have to make new friends. And then the most difficult thing for me was definitely the language part, which was English, because I didn't even know a single like alphabet. I didn't even know like ABC, and then I had to start all over again, like basically like a brand new environment. brand new cultures, so it was really difficult, especially for me to adapt into this new environment. And then when I was really small, I almost cried every single day, and I pled to my mom, like, oh, when are we going back to Japan? Like, oh, like I don't like it here in Canada. It's like totally different from like Tokyo. After, I would say, like after 2 years, it took me about like 2 years to finally able to fit into this new culture as well as the environment. And then after, like by my second year living here in Canada, I was able to speak like English more fluently as opposed to when I first came to Canada. And then I was able to like make a lot of friends. It was very difficult, as while I was studying, like I had to attend like English second language, so basically ESL. Since I didn't know like how to speak English to begin with, all I can do was like sign language, like moving around my hands, gestures. At the beginning, people thought that I was deaf or something. Like all my friends, they assumed that I couldn't talk, I couldn't speak. They all thought that I was having a disability basically. But then that wasn't really the case, as I didn't know how to communicate with everyone, even my teacher. But thankfully, Canadian people were really nice people, as they saw I was struggling with the new language, and then a lot of my teacher helped me along the way. And then if you happen to watch this video, then thank you very much. It really helped me to become who I am today. And then afterwards, after many years living here in Vancouver, I started to really love Vancouver as well as the Canadian culture. And then one of the biggest thing I like is definitely hockey. As I am a Vancouver Canucks fan, so I really do enjoy watching NHL hockeys, and then also supporting Vancouver Whitecaps as well. Well, you gotta support your local team, right? Yeah, so that is my childhood experiences, and then the reason why I wanted to become a YouTuber is that I actually wanted to inspire a lot of the people, especially the young generation. I know that currently I only have about 150 subscribers, so not that many people, but one of my goals is that I wanted to inspire the young generation to become more successful, or to have a vision to not give up, as well as try to aim to do what you like to do. So for instance, I'm doing YouTube, right? And then I actually do really enjoy it. Like one of my biggest weakness yeah, I can say my weak strength is to speak in front of the public. So public speaking, that is one of my biggest fear, I would say, because you gotta have courage in order to talk in front of your audience, especially when, for instance, if you're like speaking in front of 10 people, 50 people, hundreds, 1,000 people. You gotta have a courage in order to make those amazing speech in front of people. That is something that I'm really not good at. And then by doing YouTube, I think I am able to overcome some of my fears. This is something that is like a different world, as I did get inspired a lot from YouTube actually, because one of my biggest hobby is Yu-Gi-Oh. Well, that is basically what my main channel it's supposed to be, having a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh contents. And then for YouTubers such as like Simply Unlucky channel, if you happen to watch this video, I really appreciate it because I really got inspired from you, as you always make a great video showing the Yu-Gi-Oh contents, and I do love watching your videos for many years. And as well as another Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber that's quite famous, is called Cybernet. If you're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, you probably know him as well, that I got inspired from him as well. And then also I also got inspired by a lot of the Japanese YouTubers. And then eventually, if I happen to get to have more subscribers in the future, maybe I'm really looking forward to do some like collaborations with my idol as well, because I am still a fan of watching like their YouTube videos. And then this world, it just gives me a really amazing feel that basically you can do whatever you wanted to do, and then you get to try to do things that you like. And then a lot of the times when I see that a lot of the young generation people is that they're kind of like losing hope in the world, and then I kind of feel sad and wish that if I have the power, that maybe I can try inspiring those people. I also like sports, so one of my biggest like sports idol is like recently passed away, Kobe Bryant, because one of the things that he well, basically he have a lot of those like amazing quotes, but there's a lot of quotes that inspire me. For instance, what he said was, the most important thing is to try and inspire people so that they can be great in whatever they wanted to do. And then, like, if you're afraid to fail, then you're probably going to fail. The other thing is that, like, a lot of the NBA fans, like, they kind of compare him with Michael Jordan, but one of the important quotes he mentioned is that he don't want to be the next Michael Jordan, as he just wants to be Kobe Bryant himself. So same as myself, like while I'm doing this my YouTube channel, like I think maybe I'm the first YouTuber who actually made both English and Japanese video about the same contents and then uploading on YouTube. It may sound weird, but possibly maybe I'm the first, or maybe if there's like someone who have already done it before, then that's great. And then I just wanted to be like original basically. So I get inspired by a lot of YouTubers in the world, but I don't want to become the next like next PewDiePie. I just want to be myself, like the original. So, and then my current job is actually, you might be surprised, yes, this is my name tag. I actually brought it for this video shooting. I'm actually the general manager of one of my restaurant franchise. But one thing is that although I'm the general manager of my restaurant, and then I do have a lot of my staff as well as employees, and I really love them because the working culture, that is very important, as I really think that work, it needs to be fun while you're doing it, right? If you don't enjoy your work, then it's really difficult for you to continue in the future. And then I actually wanted to show to my staff as well that even though I am a general manager of my restaurant, I'm very busy with a lot of schedule and everything, but at the same time I can do something else, like for example YouTube. That's one of my difficult challenge, which I'm currently trying to do right now. And then another thing is that I actually have my beer business that's been going on right now as well. So I wanted to also inspire my staff that don't just think that it's just work, but you get to try a lot of different things in this world, and then don't afraid to try. Like don't afraid to feel like you're going to fail in this, because you never know. Like if you don't try, you never know if you're going to succeed or even if you fail. And besides, even if you fail, that's okay too. The reason is because you get to learn like from your failure, and then you get to try again and again, and eventually you will succeed the goal that you wanted to achieve. So this is one of the reasons why I started become a YouTuber. I still can't get that word right. YouTuber, yes, YouTube. Okay. Yes, so yeah, that's it for my video for today. And then please don't forget to give me a like as well as subscribe to my FANFAN channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.